Cirrus just released the Vision Jet G3, and while it's being marketed as a new generation, this really feels more like a G2++ than a true generational leap. To be clear, there are real upgrades here. This isn't nothing. But the issue is that none of them fundamentally change what the airplane can do, and that's what ultimately defines a new generation. Let's start with what's actually new. The most visible change is the cabin. The Vision Jet G3 now seats 6 adults plus a child, thanks to a redesigned interior and a new third-row bench seat. Legroom is improved, the seats are more supportive, and the materials are clearly a step up. Tray tables have been moved from the floor to the sidewalls, which opens up the cabin and makes it feel less cramped. Passengers can now mount personal devices directly to the seatbacks, a small but welcome quality-of-life upgrade. Up front, the avionics have been refined. The G3 introduces full air traffic control data link, allowing pilots to receive route changes, altitude assignments, and frequency updates digitally instead of over the radio. There are also automatic database updates, smarter electronic checklists tied to real-time alerts, and 3D taxiway routing to improve ground situational awareness. These are thoughtful, pilot-friendly upgrades that reduce workload during single-pilot operations. On the exterior, Cirrus added new Spectra wingtip lighting for better visibility and a more modern look. Engineers also refined the environmental system inlet to reduce noise when the air conditioning cycles, making the cabin quieter on the ground and in flight. All of that is good. None of it is transformative, and that's where expectations come into play. The jump from the G2 to the G2 Plus was a big deal. Cirrus delivered meaningful capability upgrades, not just refinements. The G2 Plus introduced the hot and high performance upgrade, which significantly improved takeoff performance at high-density altitudes. A huge deal for operators in places like the Mountain West, the Southwest, and high-elevation airports. Even more importantly, the G2 Plus added safe return, one of the most significant safety advancements in modern general aviation. That feature alone fundamentally changed how non-pilots could interact with the airplane in an emergency. Because the G2 Plus upgrade was so substantial, expectations for the jump to G3 were naturally much higher. Instead, what we got is a polish pass. Despite all the G3 refinements, the fundamentals are unchanged. The max altitude is still flight level 310. The cruise speed is the same. The range is the same. The engine is the same. That extra adult seat sounds great in marketing, but without a performance increase, it comes with real trade-offs. Load all the seats, add bags, and your range takes a hit. At altitude, you're potentially looking at 2-hour legs or less if you want to stay comfortable on reserves. And then there's the biggest miss of the entire G3 release, connectivity. Cirrus completely sidestepped the Starlink question. This has been one of the most discussed pain points on Vision Jet owner forums. Meanwhile, competing aircraft like the PC-12, TBM 900 series, and Epic 1000GX are either being delivered with Starlink or can be upgraded easily. In today's market, fast, reliable in-flight internet isn't a luxury anymore. It's expected. And the fact that the G3 doesn't address this at all makes the release feel disconnected from how these airplanes are actually used. To Cirrus's credit, the price didn't jump significantly. The G3 is priced roughly in line with where a new G2 Plus already sat, which helps soften the disappointment. And it's entirely possible Cirrus is holding back. We may see a G3 Plus in the next couple of years with more meaningful upgrades. But without changing the engine or the airframe, it's not clear how much headroom is left for truly significant performance improvements. So let's call this what it is. The Vision Jet G3 is the most refined Vision Jet ever built, but it's not a true generational step forward. It's a solid refresh. It's a nicer airplane to sit in. It's easier to operate. But the expectations were higher, because Cirrus themselves set the bar so high with the G2 Plus. If you own a G2 Plus, there's very little reason to upgrade. And if you're shopping in this price range, the gap between the Vision Jet and its competitors is becoming harder to ignore. What do you think? Was this new release worthy of the G3 moniker? Comment below. Also, if you like this video and spend time online learning more about GA airplanes, please subscribe.